All right, these are your notes for volume of pyramids. So a pyramid is a 3D figure with a polygon base and triangular sides that meet at a point. So polygon base and then triangular sides that come together and they meet at a point. So think of like the pyramids in Egypt. A pyramid is named by the shape of its base. Okay? To find the volume of a pyramid, we multiply 1/3 by the area of the base. Remember, area of the base we call big B, and then the height, or H. The height of the pyramid is the total distance from the vertex to the base. To find the volume of a pyramid, use the formula volume equals 1/3 big B times H. So let's just remember H is the height of the pyramid. Big B stands for area of the base. And remember, multiplying by 1/3 is the same thing as dividing by 3. 1/3 divide by 3. Okay, if you want 1/3 of a pizza, you divide it into 3 pieces. All right, let's look at this example. So step 1, write down the formula. Volume equals 1/3 big B times H. 1/3 times big B times H. Okay, so that's our formula. Step 2 is going to be to find big B, the area of the base. So if I look over here, this is called a square pyramid or rectangular pyramid because the bottom, that's the shape of the bottom, the base. Okay, so the area of the base is going to find this area. It's going to be base times height, which is going to be 10 times 8, which is 80. Then we're going to take the 80 and we're going to multiply it by the height of the pyramid. This can always be found from going from the very middle of the base to the top. Look for that right angle. That tells you where the height meets the base. So 6 inches is the height. So I'm going to do 80 times 6. I know 6 times 8 is 48, and then add a 0 on the end. So that's 480. Then after we do that, we're going to divide it by 3, because that's the same as multiplying by 1/3. So 480 divided by 3. 3 goes into 4 one time. Minus 3 is 1. Bring down your 8. 3 goes into 18 6 times. Minus 18 is 0. Bring down your 0. 3 goes into 0, 0 times. So the volume is 160 inches. Always put your units cubed. Remember, volume's always cubed because we're dealing with 3-dimensional figures. All right, let's try. Number 1, this is considered a triangular pyramid because the base is a triangle. I'm going to write that up here so you know. Triangular pyramid because the base is a triangle down here. Okay, so volume equals 1/3 big B times H. So let's plug in what we know. 1/3 big B. Well, I don't know the area of this base yet. We need to figure it out. Remember, the formula for area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So that would be 1/2 times the base is 19. The height of this triangle right here is 13. I like to do my whole numbers first. So 19 times 13, 3 times 9 is 27, 3 times 1 plus 2 is 5, that is 0. 1 times 9 is 9, and 1 times 1 is 1, add down, that's 247. So I 1/2 of 247. Remember, multiplying 1/2 is the same as dividing by 2. You want half of something, you're going to divide it by 2. So let's do 247 divided by 2. 2 goes into 2 one time. That's 0. Bring down your 4. 2 goes into 4 two times. That's 4. That leaves you with 0. Bring down your 7. 2 goes into 7 three times. That's 6. Leaves you with 1. We got to keep going, so we're going to add a decimal, take it up. And a 0 so we can bring it down. And 2 goes into 10 five times. So big B is going to be 123.5. 123.5. The height of my pyramid goes from the very tip top, the point at the top, all the way down to the base. So that is 22 inches. And now all we're going to do is multiply everything together. So I'm going to multiply big B times H, and then take a third of it or divide it by 3. So 123.5 times 22. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 3 plus 1 is 7. 2 times 2 is 4. And 2 times 1 is 2. Add a 0. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 3 plus 1 is 7. 2 times 2 is 4. And 2 times 1 is 2. Add down. 11, 7, 2. Move your decimal one time. So I have 2,717. So I'm going to do 1/3 times 2,717, because 0.0, you don't have to write that. So if I want a third of this number, I'm going to divide it by 3. So 2,717 divided by 3. 3 won't go into 2, but it goes into 27, 9 times exactly. That's 0. Bring down my 1. 3 goes into 1 0 times. Minus 0 is still 1. Bring down my 7. 3 goes into 17 5 times. That would be 15. Get your remainder of 2. We have to keep going, so I'm going to add a decimal, take it up, and a 0. 3 goes into 26 times. That would be 18. 20 minus 18 is 2. I would bring another 0, and what do you know, 6 again. So that's repeating. So the volume of this is 905.6 repeating inches cubed. Okay, number 2. This is a square pyramid. Because the bottom is a square, so it's a square pyramid. Just like prisms, they get its name from the shape of the base. So this is a square pyramid. Alright, so volume is 1/3 big B times H. We need to figure out big B, the area of the base. So that is my yellow down here. Since it's a square, side squared, which is 8 squared, which is 64. So we can plug in 64 for big B. And then the height of this pyramid comes from the very tip top all the way down to the bottom. And that tells us it's 9. Okay, well, numbers first, let's multiply those. 64 times 9. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 6 is 54, plus 3 is 57. So now I have 1/3 times 576. We know multiplying by 1/3 is the same as dividing by 3. So 576 divided by 3. 3 goes into 5 one time. That's 3. Subtract, you get 2. Bring down your 7. 3 goes into 27, 9 times exactly. 27 minus 27 is 0. Bring down your 6. And 3 goes into 6, 2 times exactly. So the volume is 192 centimeters cubed. A lot less work than that one, thank goodness. Number 3. This is also going to be a triangular pyramid because the bottom is a triangle. So this is a triangular pyramid. It's good to write that down so you have something to reference, the difference between the two. Okay, so volume is 1/3 big B times H. We need to figure out big B, the area of the base. Since that's a triangle, the formula for that would be 1/2 base times height. So let's plug in what we know. The base of this triangle is 6. The height of this triangle is 8. So we're going to do 6 times 8 is 48. And then we're going to take half of 48, or divide it by 2, and we get 24. So if I'm plugging in for big B up here, I'm going to write 24. Then to find the height, it goes from the tip-top point all the way down to the right angle, so that's 12. So let's multiply our whole numbers first. 24 times 12. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. Add a 0. 1 times 4 is 4, and 1 times 2 is 2. Add down, you get 288. So I need 1/3 of 288. So I'm going to take 288, and I'm going to divide it by 3, because that's the same thing as multiplying by a third. Divide by 3. 3 won't go into 2, but it goes into 28 9 times. 9 times 3 is 27. Subtract, you get 1. Bring down your 8. 3 goes into 18, 6 times exactly. So our volume is 96, and notice on this one it doesn't give us centimeters or inches or anything like that. So we just say U for units cubed. And that is how you find the volume of